M1 Global presents
M1 Global presents M1 Grand Prix 2013.
Пришел заниматься рукопашным боем в 14 лет. И как бы там понравилось. Вот, почувствовал, что это мое, завязалось. И потом уже вот первые бои по смешанным единоборствам я привел где-то уже 17 лет. Вот. Ну, как бы понравилось, захватило. И вот с этого началось все, что главное. Ну, сейчас у меня есть семья. Это как бы тоже один из таких приоритетов главных. Вот, хранить эти ценности, традиции какие-то свои, спортивные традиции, ценности своего зала, клуба. Ну, сначала мы думали, что будем драться с бразильцем, вот, с грузовиком так называемым. Стойки отрабатывали против него тактику, но потом сказали, что соперник меняется. Будет Шабан Ка, просмотрели сразу Шабана Ка. И оказалось, что он и в стойке работает, такой рубака, идет вперед, может ударить. И помимо этого всего, что он неплохо борется.
Donc voilà, j'ai commencé dans le MMA à force de toucher plusieurs disciplines. Moi à la base je suis basketteur, j'étais au centre de formation à Portaise, tout ça, je ne vais pas m'étaler là-dessus. Et par la passion du combat, j'ai regardé les premiers UFC, tout ça, on s'est mis à la lutte, au grappling. D'ailleurs je touchais déjà à l'époque, un petit à le sport en général. Et de fil en aiguille, on est rentré dedans, voilà. Ensuite, je me suis préparé pas plus spécifiquement pour ce combat que pour un autre.
Ну, тоже сделали акцент на борьбу, боролся, отрабатывал много защит от партера, ухода из партера, из болевых приемов отрабатывали. Ну, посмотрим, бой покажет. Ну, пояс Гран-при М1 это для меня как бы новая вершина. Вот, знаете, вот, уже были вершины в жизни, но это как бы такая вершина, что если я на нее взойду, я буду стараться сделать все для того, чтобы зайти на нее, то я считаю, что я уже могу считать, что я многого добился в ММА. Вот, ну, пускай не всего, но уже многого. И это открывает для меня большие перспективы.
Ensuite, mon combattant, c'est un combattant expérimenté, très costaud, puissant, il a combattu dans des belles organisations, c'est un bon striker. Et voilà, j'espère qu'on va faire un bon combat, lui comme moi, pour tout le monde.
Соперника хочу пожелать хорошего боя, честного, вот, без разных подлянок. Ну, в этом бою ему придется непросто.
Right now, best heavyweights of the world. First quarterfinals. Alexei Kudin from Belarus. 7-time world champion, genius of knockouts, as strong as steel. He wants this belt. Шабан Ка, the most mysterious fighter of the Grand Prix, champion of 3 organizations. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt, no fear about Alexei. Power versus power. Alexei Kudin versus Шабан Ка.
And here we go, the entrance of Шабан Ка coming to this fight from France. Really, as it was mentioned, he is the dark horse of the tournament. You know that, but not many people know of him. Not many people in Russia have seen him fight before. What do you expect that we should see from Шабан?
No, to be honest, I never heard of him before this. And the only thing I know is that he must be a very smart fighter. And what is more interesting is that he had to go back to Paris. He already was in Russia, but he had to go back to Paris because his wife was in a car accident. And that was just before the press conference. However, he promised to be back in time, and well, he proved it because now we can see him in action in the ring tonight.
For sure, for sure. Now, of course, that is pretty much the worst way I can imagine prepare a couple of days before the fight to have to go back to your home country to tend to your wife who was in an accident. But he came back just before the weigh-ins, and I think the one saving grace about Shaban and him having to go back to France a couple of days before the event is that he's a heavyweight and he didn't have to cut.
That very interesting. He didn't experience a thing like yourself. It's hard to put yourself also there to fight a very experienced opponent, and still has in mind how his wife is doing I don't envy him in this situation. But on the other hand, maybe he's now very eager to win for his life.
Of course it's difficult. Now we have the entrance of Alexei Kudin representing Belarus. Alexei, of course, is a very, very high-level striker. He's the 7-time world champion of Muay Thai. He probably is one of the top 3 strikers so really one of the top strikers in mixed martial arts in all of Europe. And has been fighting for a long time. Made his professional debut at 17.
It's interesting to know that he won twice, and well, it was both times that he won on a decision.
Yeah, of course, Konstantin Volkov is another fighter that we're going to see tonight. He's going to be in the co-main event fighting Kino Garner. Of course, the M1 heavyweight champion Kino Garner is participating in this tournament. His belt is not on the line, so we will see Konstantin Volkov in the very next fight. And both fighters came out to rap, which is not something that we see every time. The French guys, they often come out to rap. In this case, Kudin is coming out to rap in Russian. With sportsmanship. This is a very, very, very high level tournament. Very excited about this.
This is the M1 Grand Prix 2013, and this bout is in the heavyweight division. Now let me introduce your fighter in the blue corner. This fighter is 33 years old and stands 187 centimeters tall. He weighed in at 105 kilograms. He has an MMA record of 5 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. He is a BJJ brown belt. He is the French champion in grappling. He is the French pancrase champion and winner of the Ceinture Contenders Tournament. Please welcome Shaban Ka. And ladies and gentlemen, now for his opponent in the red corner.
33 years old, Shaban Ka, 28 Kudin, 187 centimeters, that's 112 kilograms for Ka and 104 kilograms for Kudin. 5-1-1 a record for Shaban Ka, 7 fights in total. Kudin with 19 fights, 14 of which he's won, 5 of which he's lost. So the weight advantage is definitely to Ka, the experience to Kudin.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Belarus, Alexei
Kudin. Will the dark horse win, or will the experienced fighter win?
And the referee is Marco Brusen.
Given Kudin's stand-up acumen and the fact that Shaban Ka is the French grappling champion, I think that this is going to be a classic grappler versus striker fight. I mean, I would imagine, and let's see who'll take this.
Yeah, we can imagine whatever we want, but we've been proven wrong so many times before that I don't dare to make a statement at the moment. But let's see.
Interestingly enough, Kudin is only weighing in at 104 kilograms, which is really, really light for heavyweight.
He doesn't look like that. He looks
exactly.
Heavier.
He doesn't look at all like he's 104.
If you'd say that he was heavier than Shaban Ka, I wouldn't doubt it.
No, for sure. Sure, with 8 kilograms difference between them, I'm quite surprised as well.
But the weight difference is probably in the legs of Shaban Ka. Look at the legs this guy has. They look like trunks. And his kicks are very powerful also.
Right, of course.
He's trying to take him down. He's holding the rope.
Kudin.
Nice knee for Kudin.
Shaban Ka is determined. He's got a single and
that was a beautiful takedown.
Straight into side control. belly, and Kudin is now looking for a takedown himself, which is surprising. Michael Boyce and the referee for today just pauses the action briefly to tell Shaban Ka not to punch the back of the head of Kudin, which is of course an illegal move. And an eventful first minute in this 3-round fight, you know.
And you proved that you were right when you said that Shaban Ka would try to bring the fight down immediately. And let's see if he will manage to do so. At this moment, you see that Kudin is stalking him, slightly threatening, but Shaban Ka isn't afraid at all. And you can't expect the fighters at this level to be afraid of each other. But they check each other out at this moment, that's very clear. Not too much action. Should have said that earlier. And that was a nice left that connected, but Shaban Ka took it.
He showed that it hurt him and then attacked straight away. It was quite unusual. Now Kudin has, he for sure has Ka in a guillotine position. It's not in the guillotine. And now, is it? Just wait for a better angle. Yeah, he has him in a guillotine, but Shaban Ka doesn't seem worried at all. Kudin has pretty big arms, and this is, they're fresh. It's the start of the fight. I wouldn't be hugely surprised if he was able to finish it. Now he lets it go. And Ka, once again, in this round, ends up.
Yeah, but it was not a guillotine with just the neck, it was the arm was also guillotine. So if you just push the arm a little outward, it's hard to apply proper guillotine.
Yeah. And big right hand to Shaban Ka.
And in a situation like this, I always wonder why just they get up.
And a good right kick, good right up kick. And Ka's looking to pass passes into north-south, which is of course Jeff Wilson's favorite move. Now Kudin is trying to get up, which she does, and Ka goes straight back down for the takedown. Now, the fact that there is an 8-kilogram weight difference between them is really starting to show. Shaban Ka is probably the more physical fighter, and certainly he doesn't seem perturbed about continuously grappling on the feet of Kudin and trying to take him down. What would you say about Shaban Ka's stance? His arms are pretty low, he's pretty relaxed. For a guy that isn't a striker, who's fighting a very high-level striker, he seems pretty relaxed now.
And the way he's moving, it looks that, his behind is tucked slightly backward. That means that if Kudin will go for a shoot, then he can slip away easy. And his guard is low, but his reaction is
good uppercut from Kudin. And a right hand over the top.
And again, it proves that Shaban Ka can take a punch because it was clear that he was hit. And it was clear that he was hurt, but
Shaban Ka has the back. He has the back. He's got both hooks in. Kudin's defending it. Looks like a rear naked from the top. Looks like it, and he pulls him back. And that looks pretty deep. It looks to be under that. And he's tapping. That's it.
He taps.
Unbelievable. I think the first fight of this Grand Prix tournament and a huge shock upset win for dark horse Shaban Ka. Kudin is sitting there looking like, what just happened?
I can't believe it.
I think nobody can believe it.
This happened so fast and so unexpected.
Wow.
And you see Shaban Ka, thanks the Lord, going down.
I think Kudin
is surprised, he is astonished, he can't believe that this happened to him. Look at his expression, his facial expression.
And he was just outplayed. He was outplayed on the ground, where I think he felt like he was really in danger. He was much more careful. He tried to stand up, he tried to change position. On the feet, the way it happened, Shaban Ka got his back so quickly, jumped on his back, got the hooks in, and then started working for the choke so quickly that Kudin he didn't realize that he could be choked out while standing up.
But on the other hand, if I consider the rest of the fight, the earlier part of it, it was, in my opinion, also for Shaban Ka. It wasn't that Kudin was ruling the fight, and that this was a streak of luck for Shaban Ka. No, on the contrary, I think that right from the beginning, he can't swallow a few punches.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, he was the one took the initiative to the fight on, so he brought it to the ground. He was eager to finish. He showed more effort to finish, and well, I think it's very unexpected, but he deserved to win.
Yeah, very unexpected. And with Cyril Diabaté, of course, the long-time UFC fighter, very, very popular French fighter, in the corner of Shaban Ka.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 minutes, 7 seconds of the first round, we have a winner due to tap out to rear naked choke, Shaban Ka.
And the Frenchman takes the first fight of this M1 Grand Prix 2013 tournament.
I'm here with the winner, Shaban.
Goes through to the semi-finals. His opponent is not yet.
On paper, that looked as if you were outmatched with it. Was such a strong guy. I mean, 7 times world champion, Russian champion. Was he a bit worried about the record, or did that not fuss him at all?
Shaban, il te demande qu'il avait un gros palmarès. Et est-ce que tu avais le moindre doute avant le combat que tu vas le perdre, ou tu étais sûr que tu avais...
J'ai un doute, hein. J'ai un doute. Un combat, il est jamais gagné d'avance. Et c'est un excellent combattant que je respecte. Je respecte tous les combattants. Je lui dis félicitations. Un jour on gagne, un jour on perd. Aujourd'hui, c'est mon tour.
Я уважаю очень моего соперника. Я знаю, что это титулованный боец. И я, конечно, сомневался. Я не мог на 100% быть уверен, что я выиграю. Но сегодня получается так, что это мой день. И вот я выиграл.
All right, one last question. How does he feel fighting in such a ring like this, as we call it, the rage?
Tes impressions de combattre dans ce style de ring, avec les 6 angles.
Je trouve la surface de combat très très bien, pour notamment aussi le public qui peut, je pense, mieux voir les combats par rapport à une cage. Donc c'est une idée très intelligente, et en plus ça a été très bien fait.
Мне очень понравился стиль ринга. Здесь, во-первых, очень много места, чтобы выступать, и для публики тоже намного лучше вид, чем если это было бы внутри кейдж, если внутри сетки. Так что мне очень понравилось. Спасибо. И публике тоже спасибо.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Grand Prix champion, Шабан Ка.